you feel? We're never alone when Allah's song. Hush little baby, breathing so calm. He'll protect us all and keep us from harm. Hush little baby, still and serene. You are a Muslim, Islam's your deen. Hush little baby, pure and small.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Dear viewers everywhere on the globe, this is the last or the one before the last episode, and will sum up most of the things that we have learned before. And this is the opinion of the students, saying it theoretically, what are the things that they are going to care for when they present a lesson. The format does not allow us to make it practical teaching, so we will hear from the students, each one of them, 4, 5, 6 minutes about how he is going to teach or she is going to teach a lesson. And we'd love to get some comments from the others. And we'll leave the last 15 minutes to get what students have learned in few words. So now it's time to get one of the students to begin, a volunteer, to say how he's going to introduce his lesson. Remember that you're going to mention the grade and the subject that you are going to address. Who's going to go first? Remember, as-sabiqun, right? So the one who goes first usually is more rewarded by Almighty Allah than the one who goes last, right? As-sabiqun. Remember this. Who's going to begin? Anyone? Should I select? Should I give you the option? Yes, somebody should begin. I've already done my part for the last 3 days. Okay? Please speak clearly. Should you begin, sister? Yes. Remember, I'm not writing anything. I'd like you to take notes so that you can make valid points, valid comments. Yes, sister.
Inshallah, this will be related to Dawah and grade 5.
Grade 5,
First
primary.
thing, yes,
Grade 5, primary. Okay, good.
primary, grade 5 and Dawah. Inshallah, the first thing which I will keep in the lesson plan is the prior lesson plan's result, which will be at the top. And as I'm going to speak on the topic, we are going to discuss on hadith. So that's going to be first. And then,
Do you have any problems from the assessment of the students in the previous time?
yes,
What are the
I
problems?
kept 25% of them couldn't understand on the weak hadith. They couldn't
Okay.
differentiate between the weak and the
concept of weak hadith.
yes.
Right, good.
So I'll be focusing more on this particular thing. That's what I've put up
Okay.
over there.
Where you focus on it? Do you have a specific task to do that?
Yes, I will be adding this in the activity,
Okay.
in the research.
Okay,
I'll put it
activity
up.
number 7 or 8 or whatever.
Yes,
Good.
I will be putting it in the research
Okay.
part.
How many
Inshallah.
minutes are you going to address this topic?
This needs a bit time because it's about a discussion. So
Okay.
this will come under the discussion for 10 minutes.
Good.
Inshallah.
10 minutes.
And then we are going.
What are the objectives that you have for this lesson? Can you give me one objective only?
Whereas in the objective, as the achievable is that I want to clear at least 15% of this weak hadith's misconception.
Tell me, what does the objective say? What is the objective? By the end of the lesson, or by the end of task number 5, students would tell me, what is the objective of the lesson?
It will be students knowing the concept of weak hadith.
Learn the concept of weak hadith. Okay?
That's going to be the one objective.
Okay. Can you give me example of the tasks and the time frame of the task and what methods you're going to use?
Well, I'm just working on it. Well, I'm just
Okay.
working on
So
it.
do you
If
want
can just give me
to think that you want more
Yes.
time?
Yes.
Good. It's enough what you've said. Let's share your opinions about what she said. What do you think is missing? What do you think needs to be better? From my perspective, I think the objective is not very specific. This is what I see. To learn the concept of weak hadith, how would you know that? I would say that students would be able to pick out 5 hadiths out of 20 hadiths that they are weak would be able to do this practically, to make it measurable. So I would give them a list of 20 hadiths, for example, or 10 hadiths, or 7 hadiths, and they are asked to pick out the ones that are weak. So in this way we can measure. Okay, yes?
Even the topic which was mentioned wasn't very clear. The
The,
topic
the topic was not
clear means it wasn't very representative or it wasn't too clear. What exactly
okay.
was the topic?
What do you think?
As I just said that it's going to be on a hadith. I mean, sorry, not a hadith. It's just more on elaborating the weak hadith. So the topic is just normal hadith. I'm not picking on one particular hadith.
Okay. Okay. Just to know the concept of the weak hadith. So here that they understand the concept, I think this is one objective, clearly, so that they would be able to distinguish between the weak hadith and the non-weak hadith. Okay? Good. And again, if we say this in a time frame of 7 minutes, for example, or 10 minutes, or good. Any other comment, or should we move to another presenter?
The subject is Islamic Studies. We are learning Aqidah for grade 5.
Okay?
The topic is Fundamentals of Faith. And first I will add the
Fundamentals of
assessment.
Tawheed.
Fundamentals of Faith.
Okay.
Because we will cover the Tawheed and the Shirk aspect of it.
Okay.
First, I will have the assessment of the last lesson plan. And I find that that 30% of the students are slow learners.
Okay,
So I
slow
have to pay
learners.
attention to them more.
What do you mean by slow learners?
Because
They don't memorize well, they
No,
don't understand well, or
actually they don't grasp
they don't understand.
what I teach. Yeah.
They don't understand. Okay. Good.
The next is the aim
How are
and
you going to
objectives of the
handle this
lesson.
problem?
Pardon?
How are you going to handle this problem?
This problem I will solve by paying more attention to them.
More attention to them?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the next is aim and objectives of the lesson. When I finish the lesson, the students must know the concept of the 3 aspects of Tawheed.
Okay.
That is Tawheed Uluhiyat, Tawheed Rububiyyat, and Tawheed Asma Sifat.
Okay.
And they should also know the 3 aspects of Shirk. The Shirk committed in those aspects.
Okay.
This is the aim and objective of the lesson.
Okay.
Then the next thing is I will explain them what Shirk is. And the activity I will give is the students have to make the list of the Shirk they see around
Okay.
their home.
Are you expecting them to differentiate between the aspects of Tawheed and the aspects of Shirk before they know Shirk? So that's what you're saying. That's what
I will
I
explain them
You
what Shirk
explain
is.
it first. You explain it first.
What Shirk is.
Okay.
Then I will ask them to make a list of the Shirk that they see around them,
Okay.
around the school or around their
Good.
home, etc.
Would you do it collectively or individually?
Collectively.
Or how are you going to organize the class?
I will just arrange for an excursion trip
Group
around the
of
school.
3 or groups of 5, or how are you going to
Group
do
of 10, inshallah.
it? Each group is 10. Okay. Do you think that a group of 10, is it easy for them to communicate with each other? Or do you need to modify the number?
It's okay, I think.
Okay. Good. Continue.
Then the next thing that I will explain them now, the concept of Tawheed, the 3 aspects of Tawheed. And then I will tell the students to place the shirk, the list of the shirk they have made, to place the shirk in the particular aspect of Tawheed.
Okay, which is related to,
Yeah.
whenever it's related.
Like
Okay.
Tawheed Uluhiyat, what shirk they are committing in Tawheed Uluhiyat,
Okay.
what shirk they are committing in Tawheed Rububiyyat.
And you said grade 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I will ask them to classify the shirk according to the Tawheed, the aspects of Tawheed.
Okay.
This is the thing. Then the next thing is I will also show them a PowerPoint presentation of different deities and godmen the people of India do.
Okay.
A slideshow of different deities and godmen, the types of shirk in India.
Thank you. Jazakallahu khairan. Can we get some comments? I know that you're doing 2 tasks at the same time. You're still working on your presentation while you are, yes, trying to take some notes. Can I get some comments?
Instead of the brother giving the presentation, can he just tell the students to check it in the desktop, on the desktop, in the classroom, in search Google, what do you, the various godmens and all that, so that they can have a research done on it. It would
Okay.
be a task for them.
Perhaps he had already made presentation himself. Yeah. I would say it in a different way. They would able to distinguish the acts of Tawheed from the acts of Shirk. They would be able to distinguish them. And when I give them two acts, they would say that this is an act of Tawheed and this is an act of Shirk. We'll take a break and we'll come back. Don't go away. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Hush, little baby, breathing so calm.
We are not addicted to dawah. Addiction implies a short-term fix. One doesn't need to get into the zone to talk about Islam. You do dawah because it is a natural result of your commitment to Allah. If you don't talk, people are going to walk. The most effective combination in the propagation of true Islam is found in Dawah Ilallah. Join me, Arib Islam, as we go through Dawah Ilallah only on Peace TV.
Follow the tips to make the task of Dawah result-oriented in Dawah Ilallah. Every Sunday, Tuesday and Thursday at 11:30 p.m. and repeat telecast at 6 a.m. Saudi Arabia on Peace TV.
Where truth is hidden and misleading quotations create confusion. Where truth is hidden, lack of knowledge and wisdom cause upheaval and commotion. Where truth is hidden, manipulated scriptures and twisted facts emerge. This very hidden truth creates false propaganda, mayhem, chaos, disorder, and turmoil in our lives and the world order. But is there anyone with courage and wisdom? What is the truth, and who has the courage to expose it? Because it's your right to know the truth.
Watch truth prevail and lies perish in Truth Exposed by Dr. Zakir Naik every Saturday to Thursday at 9 p.m. and repeat telecast at 7:30 a.m. Saudi Arabia on Peace TV.
Hush, little baby, breathing so calm.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Welcome after the break. Now we had someone who wanted to comment, or should we continue with a new one? Okay, if you're ready, please, can you present your, yes.
The subject is fiqh.
Its subject is fiqh.
Yes.
It's very good.
And the chapter name is the format of salah.
The format of salah. The format of salah. Very good. Hay'atul salah.
Under the heading of prior lesson planning assessment, I found that I had taught the chapter on the conditions of salah. There are certain conditions to be fulfilled before we offer salah.
Okay.
And under that, we covered the topics tahara, satr, intention, dukhul al-waqt, and
Okay.
istiqbal al-qibla. And I found that the students haven't got correctly the aspect of tahara.
Tahara.
Yes.
Okay.
So I would see to it that I include this aspect in my lesson plan of the format of salah also. And the objective of the lesson is all the students should be able to perform a 2 rakah salah, at least not missing the pillars
And
of the
it's
salah.
missing one of the pillars.
Whereas
Okay.
some sunnahs can be overlooked for the time being.
Good. And how old are the students that you are
Grade
talking?
8.
Grade 8. Good. So until grade 8, they didn't know how to perform. So there's a problem with the curriculum here. Right? Okay.
Then prior to the lesson taken, the teacher has already found practically that few of the students of this class are not performing the salah correctly, in the correct
Okay.
manner. So he knows the students what to assign to whom. So he has planned an activity.
Which part of the salat that they don't do correctly? Is it specific or?
The certain sunnahs are not performed well, and the
Okay.
khushu in the salah, maybe it's missing. So
Okay.
these aspects are
Maybe
already,
it's not. It's not. Maybe it's, so it's still, you're not sure
no,
of.
it's confirmed, inshallah.
Okay, it's confirmed. Okay.
But khushu is something related to the heart, so I
Okay.
cannot be 100% sure.
Okay.
So then, activity that which is planned is that an individual activity as well as team, both are involved in the class.
Okay.
The teacher enters the classroom and divides the class into two teams, with the exception of few students who were the least knowledgeable about the correct format of the salah, that which was observed by the teacher before.
Okay.
So one team consists of the students who will give me the du'as of all the du'as recited in a salah, 2 rakah salah.
Okay.
And the other team will correct the mistakes, who are the higher class, means the students, those who are well versed.
Okay.
So this group will correct the mistakes. And then coming to the part of those exceptional students who did not know how to offer the salah,
Okay.
they will come and perform the salah practically, showing it to the students. Whereas for every posture, the dua is to be recited, it will be given by one team, and the mistakes that which will be committed by the individual will be highlighted by the other team.
Okay. Thank you. Until now, thank you for this. Can I get some comments?
Followed by that would be my using of the resources. One of the resources that which I'll use is the smart board. On the smart board, I'm going to keep all my slides of the different postures of the salah ready. If the students fail to correct the mistake, then I show them the posture, inshallah, your book written along with the interactive CD,
Okay.
that is played on the smart board. I will not correct it myself, I'll show the students on the board.
Okay.
Look, this is the mistake that which you didn't catch. This is how it is to be performed.
Okay.
So this is my teaching aid, smart board.
How about if you show them the slide and let them themselves identify the mistake that took place? Do you see my point? So in this way, you develop the sense of observation, right? So when you show the slide, you ask them what is different, or what is the difference between what you have done and what appears on the slide.
MashaAllah.
You see what I'm saying?
This is a good
So
idea.
instead of teaching, let them learn. You see the difference between the two approaches?
Yes.
Okay,
inshallah.
good. Thank you. Thank you. I know that you have a lot, but we need to get to others. Who is ready to
Jazakallah, Sheikh.
present?
This is the subject of Islamic studies
Islamic studies.
related to Sira.
Sira. So we're talking specifically about Sira.
Yes,
Okay.
and it is after few lectures have been taken on Battle of Badr.
Students are in grade?
No. After few lectures have been grade 4.
Grade 4.
Few lectures have been taken on Battle of Badr and Battle of Uhud. After that, this lecture is being taken on Battle of Trench.
Okay.
Before starting the chapter, the teacher gives them around about 5 to 6 questions on research.
On research.
Yes. And
Okay.
then when
This research had been done at home?
no,
before
under
the-
the supervision of the teacher itself, it
In
is
the
to
class.
be done in the class.
With access to the internet?
Yes.
Okay, good.
And much time is not wasted on it, only 5 to 6, just to make them inbuild the habit of researching.
Okay.
And depending upon the previous assessment, it was found that the children failed to understand the war strategies used at that time as compared to today. So the teacher would, inshallah, keep in mind and explain those war strategies in a much better manner in the coming chapter. The main objective will be, by the end of this whole lecture, that is, maybe it would take 2 to 3 lectures. By
Okay.
the end of this whole lecture, the students will be able to list down the minimum 4 to 5 causes of the Battle of Trench. And the second objective is that the students will definitely know the strategies the Prophet ﷺ used in the battles at that time.
In the Battle of the Trench.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Then the lesson is to be divided into the 3 categories as knowledge, concept, and skills. Knowledge is the teacher will be giving the knowledge when it happened and
Okay.
what the historical facts definitely. Concept, the conduct concept will be explained to them as it is a new concept for them. The
Concept of the trench in a
Yes.
battlefield. Okay.
And then the skills, already they have used the researching skills and the listing down. Then the teacher will try to connect it or link it with the previous battles, like what happened actually in Battle of Badr, then and what happened actually in Battle of Uhud with the previous lessons. There
Okay.
is a linking over there.
Time for researching I felt was too short, as in 5 to 6 minutes.
I have done it, but practically this is actually a new perspective which
Yes, of
came
course,
that
adding.
through activity I
Yes.
can do it.
I felt
I
that.
have just narrated it like a story.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah, with this workshop, I could have enacted actually the Battle of Trench.
Yes, I felt that you are familiar with the topic. Jazakallah khair until now. Let's take another person. We may end up with, because we have 5 minutes. So he's going to go with the 5 minutes. Okay? We finished with the sisters, so we go to the brothers. Okay.
Okay. First, I start with I link it with the previous lesson plans.
Okay.
What are the problems occurred? First is that I had not used charts or teaching aids in the previous lessons.
Okay. You didn't tell us what subject you're teaching. You didn't tell us about.
Yes, I'm linking it with the introduction, then I will
Okay.
come with that format. Then also, there wasn't an experiential learning with the students. They weren't able to correctly really relate or internalize what they had learned.
Okay.
Then the topic would be of the Sulh Hudaybiyah. That would come under the Seerah of the Prophet, may peace be upon him. The class would be standard 8th grade, and the objectives of this lesson would be to study, to have